Hey guys, welcome in Python video series. In this video tutorial, we'll talk about Python variables. So when we talk about the variables in Python, variables are containers for storing data values. Let's say here I'm creating a variable x and I'm assigning a value 10, right? So here x is the variable name and x is the value which I'm assigning to this variable. So in computer world, whenever you create any variable, right, so that variable is getting stored on the some specific address, right? You can find address of this variable as well in Python, right? So here let's say I would like to know what's the address where this variable x is getting stored in the computer system. Then you have a function is called id, and id, sorry, it's not input but id, and here you have to pass the variable name, right? So if I run this application, then here you can see this variable x is getting stored in the computer system on this address location, right? This is the address, right? Now in Python, when we talk about the variable, a variable can have a short name like a, b, c, x, y, z, p, q, r, something like you can give the variable. Here I have given the variable name as x. It's a very short name, right? But you should give the more descriptive name, like employee name, employee age, employee city, etc., right? You have to keep in mind certain rules when you write any variable name in Python, and here I'm going to show you the what are the rules we should always keep in mind when we talk about the Python variables. First rule, rule number one: variable name must start with a letter or the underscore. So let's say here I am going to write a variable name like name, right? And here I'm going to assign a value is called kk. So this is absolutely fine because as per this rule, variable name must start with letter. So it has started with the letter n, right? And this can have underscore as well. Let's say I'm going to write like, let's say, person underscore name. That is absolutely fine, right? Let's say pk. So that is perfectly fine, right? Now second rule says a variable name cannot start with number. If you, so let me print this variable name as well. So I'd say name, and second person name also we can print person name. Yeah, if I run this application, then this will give us the output, right? Here second rule number two: variable name cannot start with a number. If you specify a number before any variable name, then this will give you an error right away in the compilation time itself, right? So a variable number cannot start with the number. So these things you have to keep in mind. It is very restrictive, right? So you cannot violate the rules. It's raw rule. It's not a like a convention. It's a rule. You have to follow it. Now third rule: variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore, right? So here you can see I have given underscore, since it is valid. It is valid, but if I specify hyphen, this is showing a compilation error. So you cannot have basically in a special character only you can use underscore, right? When we say variable name can be alphanumeric, means that should start from any letter, and afterwards you can you can have any number, right? And you can have in a special character like underscore, but other special character you can't use apart from underscore. Yeah. Now variable names are case sensitive, right? So here I have a name, and if I write name something like this, right, and here I'm going to assign let's say sk, and another name I'm going to write here, I'm going to assign tk. So here these three are these three variables, you can see it is in completely a small letter, right? Here in this variable name first letter is capital, and here this variable is completely written in uppercase. So here we have a three variables, right? If you try to print these three variables, then you'll get all different three values what we have assigned over here, right? So make sure that when you create variables in Python, then keep in mind variables names are case sensitive, right? These things we have to keep in mind. Now I hope you understood how we can define or how we can basically write a variable in Python. And a few things you have to always keep in mind, like how we can write a multi-words variable names in Python. So we should always use camel case letter. Let's say if you are writing person location, then here you can write either person underscore location, or you can use basically camel case like person location. So this variable basically contains two words, person location. So you have to write in you have to start with a small letter, and whenever new word start, then just capitalize one. And location, let's say I'm going to specify Mumbai, right? So this is basically more descriptive variable name. So we should follow naming convention like camel case letter you can use, right, apart from underscore. Again, uh, if you look into the Python, right, Python has no keyword or command for declaring a variable. So here you can see when I create a variable, I did not give a variable type, right? So here let's try to understand through an example. Here let's say here I am going to create a little data, right, and here I am going to assign 100. So what type of this variable is this? How we are going to decide. So what kind of value we are going to assign in this variable, right? That is going to decide what type of variable is this, right? So if you want to know what type of variable is this, then we have a function is called type. So just type and you have to pass or variable name. For that you want to see what kind of variable is this. So it is saying that this is type of int, right? Now let's say I'm going to assign different value to this. Now I have assigned a float to the same variable. Now this will change from int to float. Now if I try to know what type of variable is this, then this will tell you it is a kind of float, right? Now it is saying that it is a kind of float. Let's say in same variable I'm going to use and I'm going to assign some other value. Let's say some string value. A string value you can either assign in double quotes or single quotes in Python. Let's say I'm going to assign KK, and afterwards let's say I would like to see what type of this data is, right? Then it is saying now str. So int, float, str, these are the classes in Python, right? So Python is completely basically object oriented programming language. Everything is basically object in the Python, right? It is 100% object oriented programming language, right? So that's the way you can check what type of basically variable is this, right? Because Python, when you declare a variable, then you cannot specify the type of data type in front of your variable name in Python, right? What kind of variable is going, what kind of data is going to hold by this variable, that is going to decide what type of variable is this, right? Let's say sometime if you want to specify the data type of the variable while creating itself, then there is some variable, some function that you can use. Here let's say I'm going to use x, and here I'm going to, let's say, str function you can use to specify the string data type, and here you can pass any variable, let's say a, b, c. Now let's say not abc, but I am going to assign some number, right? So now 1 2 3 4 is a string data type, right? So here if you look into the type of this variable, right, sorry, if you print the what type of variable is this x, then it will tell you this is a kind of string, right? Because we have used this function. So here you can see a string. Similarly, you can use int, float, bool. There are many more functions, right? Now when we talk about the string data type in Python, a string data type you can assign in either single quote or double quote, right? So that's how basically Python variable basically when you talk about the string data type, then you can assign either in the double quotes or single quote, both will work. So that's all I wanted to discuss in this video tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoy learning this video. I hope you are very much clear about Python variables. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.